Alright, so you've probably heard the buzz. Everyone's switching to smart irrigation. Your neighbor, that big farm down the road, maybe even your techie cousin who can barely keep a cactus alive but is all in on the smart home trend. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it a genuine game changer that'll revolutionize how we grow things, or is it just another piece of overhyped tech? We're going to dig in, pun intended, and find out if this is something you should seriously consider investing your hard-earned cash into, or if you should stick to the trusty old hose. Hey everyone, I'm 01 EGA Naval, and if you're like me, you love figuring out how stuff works, especially when it promises to make life easier or more efficient. Today, we're diving deep into the world of smart irrigation systems. We're not just scratching the surface, we're going to break down the real tangible pros and the equally real cons. Our main focus? The big hitters, economic savings, because who doesn't want to save some green and crop productivity, which is the name of the game for anyone trying to grow, well, anything. This is going to be a thorough investigation, so grab your notepads, and trust me, this isn't just for the mega farms with thousands of acres. Whether you're a dedicated backyard gardener, a small-scale community farmer, or running a full-blown commercial operation, this video is for you. We'll explore if these systems can truly deliver on their promises of saving water, time, and boosting those precious yields. We'll look at the good, the bad, and the potentially muddy, so by the end of this, you'll have a much clearer picture. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one: water savings. We all know water is precious, right? It's not an infinite resource, and in many places it's getting scarcer and more expensive every single year. Agriculture is a massive consumer of water, globally speaking, so anything that can help us use this vital resource more intelligently is a huge win. Traditional irrigation methods can be incredibly wasteful. We've all seen those sprinklers watering the sidewalk more than the lawn, or fields where half the water evaporates before it even hits the roots. So, how do smart irrigation systems tackle this? Well, it's all about precision. These systems use a network of sensors planted in your soil to measure the actual moisture content. They combine this with real-time weather data. Is it about to rain? Is it scorching hot and windy, meaning more evaporation? Some even factor in the specific type of plants you're growing and their current growth stage. All this data gets crunched by a central controller, which then decides exactly how much water is needed and, just as importantly, when and where. These systems can save up to 50% more water compared to your typical manual or timer-based systems. The savings are most dramatic in areas with variable rainfall or for crops that are particularly sensitive to overwatering. Less water drawn from rivers, aquifers, and municipal supplies means more water available for ecosystems and for other essential uses. It reduces runoff, which can carry fertilizers and pesticides into waterways, leading to pollution. So, by being smarter with your farm or garden water, you're actually contributing to a healthier planet. Next up on our list of awesome pros is something I think everyone can appreciate: saving time and reducing labor. Let's be honest, manually irrigating, especially on a larger scale, can be a real grind. It involves dragging hoses, opening and closing valves, constantly checking soil conditions, and adjusting schedules based on your best guess about the weather. This is where the automation aspect of smart irrigation systems truly shines. Instead of you having to be physically present to turn water on or off, the system does it for you based on preset parameters and real-time data. You can manage your entire irrigation schedule from a smartphone app or a web dashboard. Studies and user reports indicate that smart irrigation can cut down the actual labor time spent on irrigation tasks by a whopping 60 to 80%. For the home gardener, it means more time to actually enjoy your garden, to plant, to weed, or to spend with family and friends. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Alright, we've talked about saving water and saving time, which are awesome. But let's get to the real bottom line for many growers' crop yields. Does smart irrigation actually help you grow more or grow better quality produce? The answer is a resounding yes, and it all comes down to one key word: consistency. Plants, much like us, thrive on consistency. They don't like being parched one day and waterlogged the next. Smart irrigation systems are designed to deliver water with incredible consistency, precisely when and where it's needed. By constantly monitoring soil moisture and environmental conditions, they avoid the peaks and troughs of manual watering. Many studies and farmer testimonials point to yield increases of up to 30% more produce when compared to inconsistent manual watering or basic timer systems. This isn't just about more food, it's about making your land more productive and your efforts more fruitful. Better quality produce can command higher prices and lead to less waste due to unmarketable items. That's a double win. One of the coolest things about smart irrigation is the sheer amount of data these systems collect and utilize. For centuries, farming has involved a lot of experience, intuition, and, let's be honest, a fair bit of guesswork. Smart systems add a whole new layer of precision by providing hard data. Soil moisture sensors provide granular data about the moisture content at different depths in the soil. The system can pull real-time local weather forecasts, temperature, humidity, wind speed, and crucially, predicted rainfall. All this information is fed into the system's controller or brain. This brain then uses sophisticated algorithms to make incredibly precise irrigation decisions. This data-driven approach is a cornerstone of what's often called precision agriculture. The benefits of this precision for plant health are numerous. Healthier plants naturally lead to better growth, higher quality produce, and increased yields. Knowledge really is power. Alright, we've sung a lot of praises for smart irrigation and those benefits are real. But now we need to pivot and talk about the other side of the coin, starting with the big one, the initial investment. Let's be upfront, these systems are not cheap. We're talking about sophisticated technology involving sensors, controllers, software, and sometimes professional installation. For medium to large agricultural operations, a comprehensive smart irrigation setup can easily run into the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. The central controller, or the brain of the system, is a key component. Then you have the sensors, soil moisture sensors, rain sensors, flow meters, and you'll likely need multiple soil sensors for different zones or soil types. The software or app subscription can sometimes be an ongoing cost. Now, it's important to frame this cost against potential long-term savings. Smart irrigation can save significant amounts on water bills and labor and can boost yields. However, that initial outlay is still a barrier. So, you've decided the potential benefits of smart irrigation outweigh the initial cost, and you're ready to jump in. Awesome. But hold on a second, because there's another potential challenge we need to talk about: technical complexity. These aren't your grandma's sprinklers that you just screw onto a hose. Setting up, configuring, and maintaining a smart irrigation system often requires a certain level of technical know-how. You'll need to strategically place your soil moisture sensors to get accurate readings for different zones. The controller needs to be wired correctly, often connecting to your home or farm's Wi-Fi network. Then there's the software or app configuration, setting up zones, inputting plant types, defining watering parameters, and integrating weather data. These systems require ongoing maintenance to ensure they're performing optimally. For those who are tech-savvy and enjoy tinkering, this might be part of the fun. But if you're someone who gets hives just thinking about configuring a new router, the technical complexity of a smart irrigation system could be a significant source of frustration. We live in an increasingly connected world, and smart irrigation systems are a perfect example of that, leveraging power and often the internet to do their magic. But this reliance can also be a significant vulnerability. What happens when the power goes out or your internet connection drops? This dependence is a con that you absolutely need to consider. Most smart irrigation controllers require a constant power supply to operate. If there's a power outage, your sophisticated, data-driven system can suddenly become as dumb as a rock. The controller won't be able to activate your valves, your sensors might stop transmitting data, and your carefully planned irrigation schedule comes to a screeching halt. Then there's the internet connectivity. Many smart systems rely on Wi-Fi or other internet connections to fetch weather data, allow remote access via apps, and receive software updates. If your internet service is unreliable, or if it goes down, you might lose some of the smart functionality. The smart system is only smart when it's powered and connected. We've covered some pretty hefty pros and cons, mostly geared towards medium to larger scale operations or very enthusiastic tech-minded gardeners. But what if you're just dealing with a few raised beds in your backyard, or a small collection of potted plants on your patio? Is a full-blown smart irrigation system really necessary? For truly tiny backyard plots, the cost and complexity we've discussed might simply not provide a worthwhile return on investment. If you're managing, say, a 10 by 10 foot vegetable patch, The amount of water you'd save with a sophisticated smart system might only translate to a few dollars a year on your water bill. Then there's the complexity argument, viewed through the lens of a casual hobbyist gardener. Many people garden for relaxation, for the simple joy of connecting with the earth and watching things grow. They might prefer the simplicity of hand watering with a watering can or a hose, enjoying that direct interaction. However, this doesn't mean smart solutions are entirely off the table for small gardens. There's a spectrum of products available. The key is to match the solution to the scale of the problem. So after that deep dive, what's the verdict? Is smart irrigation a revolutionary game changer or just an expensive gimmick? Well, as with most tech, it's not a simple yes or no. It's absolutely ideal for medium to large-scale farmers who are serious about optimizing water use, cutting labor costs, and boosting their yields. It's also fantastic for tech-savvy home gardeners with substantial plots who love data and efficiency, and for anyone who is passionate about sustainability and wants to make a real impact on resource conservation. If you fit into these categories, the long-term benefits can be truly transformative. However, it's probably not worth the investment if you're managing a very small garden space where the water and time savings would be minimal, or if you genuinely prefer simple, low-tech manual methods and find joy in that direct connection with your plants. The cost and complexity can outweigh the benefits in those scenarios. So, is a smart irrigation system right for you? If you're looking at your current watering practices and thinking there has to be a better, more efficient way, and you're ready to make an upfront investment for significant long-term water savings, reduced labor, and potentially much higher and better quality yields, then yes, a smart irrigation system is a fantastic tool that you should seriously consider. It can bring a new level of precision and control to your growing efforts. But if you're perfectly happy with your current methods, your garden is thriving, and the idea of managing another piece of tech feels like overkill, then it might be an unnecessary expense and complication. Alright, that's our comprehensive breakdown of the pros and cons of smart irrigation systems. I hope this helped you get a clearer picture and figure out if this technology is a good fit for your specific needs. If you found this breakdown helpful and learned something new, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below. Are you team smart irrigation, ready to embrace the tech? Or are you team traditional watering, keeping it old school? Let me know your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you still have. And if you know any friends, fellow gardeners, or farmers who are thinking about upgrading their irrigation, please share this video with them. Finally, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into agri-tech, farming hacks, honest pros and cons reviews, and maybe even a few crazy builds along the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.